We're recording now. Good, I like that. What's going on, world? My name is Robert Craig Jr. I'm 23 years old. I live in Kenai, Alaska. I'm here because I need help. I need anybody's help. This Thursday, my whole life is going to change. All because for something that I'm being accused of because I fit the description. About a year ago, one of my friends' house was robbed, and the next door neighbor gave a description of a dark-skinned male was seen exiting a vehicle with a tire mount on the back that had a root beer colored van, and fingerprints were found at the house. Now, obviously, if I've been to this kid's house, my fingerprints are going to be there. I explained to the cops why my fingerprints were there, but I matched the description of somebody who was there, and because of that, I'm going to be going to jail this Thursday for 2 months. I'm going to be losing my job. I'm only 23 years old, and I'm a store manager already. I'm not sure if you would call that an accomplishment. I didn't go to school or nothing for it, but that's a long way from being a janitor and flipping burgers at McDonald's. And all this is gonna go down. Let me show you what my band actually looks like. It's pretty. You can notice this from anywhere. Let's get on out here. Would you call that a root beer colored van? This thing is kind of hard as hell to miss. How do you miss a van that big? Do you see that Z stripe going down the side? Funny, isn't it? I guess I do fit the description of a dark-skinned male. Couldn't say how tall he was or how long his hair was, but I fit the description. When I was at the police station, I voluntarily went in. The cops say they had been trying to get a hold of me for a while. They said they knew where I worked, they knew where I stayed. Well, this happened in August. How come I voluntarily went in and talked to them in February? They said that they tried to get a hold of me at work. They didn't. I work 8 to 8 every day. They didn't try to get a hold of me. Call my cell phone, they didn't try to call me. Come to my house, they didn't try to come to my house. But I voluntarily went in and I fit the description, so they take me. While I was in there, I asked to speak to my lawyer multiple times. They didn't let me speak to my lawyer. So know this, always plead the fifth. Whatever they can use against you in court, they will use that against you in court. I'm about to be burning my stuff up here. My last good meal and everything. Anyways, so they played good cop, bad cop. I answered their questions faithfully and truthfully. Then they stepped outside the room. Then, obviously, I kept asking to speak to my lawyer, so I just stopped answering questions. After that, they kept asking for my shoes. They said they had footprints and they wanted to compare footprints. Now, I kept saying no, because I kept wanting to speak to my lawyer, obviously. They took me outside the room and made me give them my shoes, and then they took me to jail. I have all that on my phone recorded. They didn't put any of that in the police report. My lawyer couldn't even find where they had taken my shoes into evidence. Couldn't find that anywhere in his files. Nobody can find it, and to this day, nobody can answer why they took my shoes. So if you got footprints of the guy, and my footprints obviously don't match, what am I here for? Why am I going to jail? It's just so funny. Because I think back now, and I remember about last year, I was in my van, and I got pulled over. It was me and 3 homeboys. 2 were white, another one was black. And when asked why, hey, why I pulled you over? Yeah, I know, I got a blown light out in the front. He was like, yeah, and I showed him the light, blah, 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 fixed the ticket. Then he asked me if I minded if he searched my car. Well, search my car for what? You just pulled me over for a headlight being out. So what do you want to search my car for? Typically young guys your age are generally in this neighborhood. Keep in mind, I just pulled out of a gas station on a major highway, the Kenai Spur Highway, actually. And he said it's because I fit the description. I put that on the Lord himself, my mother, my pops, my sister, my whole family. He said because I fit the description. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I was pulled over again. I haven't pulled over a lot of times since being out here, but these are just the most memorable ones. I was pulled out of McDonald's and there was no stop sign. Cop said he pulled me over for not stopping back there. I was like, there's no stop sign. What do I need to stop for? But there's a stop sign for the pedestrians that are walking right in front of the cars that aren't supposed to stop from the invisible stop sign. So it just don't make sense. Me and my girlfriend broke up a while ago, and we had an incident occur at my house where somebody had pulled a knife out on me in my house, in this very kitchen, actually. Check it out. Here's the scenario. So they come in here, and blah, bam, there's knives right there. I'm standing right over there. Bam, and it goes down. Knife's up in the air like this. Bam. So what do? I take the knife out of the person's hand. I get it on the counter just like that. And then I get them, and I got them on the ground, laying right there. I'm holding them until their friends come through the door. They're standing outside. So who calls the cops? I call the cops. What happens? I go to jail for domestic violence, even though I'm on the phone screaming, hey, somebody just pulled a knife out on me. I need some cops here real quick. I go to jail. Let me tell you why. Because I broke an iPhone. An 8 gigabyte iPhone, which got me a felony because they said it was worth more than $500. When I know good damn well I paid for my 16 gig, I paid $300. Is it cause I'm black? Or is it cause I fit the description? Or is it cause America has this view on people that they're just stereotypes? So was I stereotyped? What else is being? What are the other factors in this? I'm going to jail on Thursday for 2 months, and I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose my life, all because I fit the description, and nobody can help me out. I tried to take a plea deal for SIS. I'm not sure if a lot of y'all know what that is. That's suspended imposition. What that means is you serve your probation time, and if you have to do any jail time, do that, and in a couple years it'll be off my record. Well, I had an SIS 2-3 years ago for an assault. That was supposed to be off my record. Homeboy threatened me to shoot me with a shotgun, so I held him down to the ground too. I didn't punch him, hit him, none. Anyway, he called the cops. I got that. I got an assault. But for my ankle monitor, I was supposed to do an ankle monitor for 60 days, and that got denied. First reason they told me is because they pulled up that assault, which isn't supposed to be there. That's supposed to be set aside. I did my time, and it got brought back up. So I got denied my ankle monitor. I'm going to be going to jail this Thursday. Another reason that they said that they denied it is because they contacted the victim. And the victim said that he strongly opposes me going to ankle monitor. Well, the kid probably opposes me going to ankle monitor because I said, no, I'm not going to give you $5,000 when we were in court. In the police report, he said that $4,000 was stolen. When talking to the next door neighbor, he said $3,000. When talking to my friend that introduced me to him, he said $1,000. This kid worked at Carl's Jr. and even told the cops on site, yeah, I got direct deposit. I have a bank account. So why was there X amount of dollars at his house? $4,000, $5,000. This kid had been robbed before. I was told that by my friend, the one who introduced me to him. But yeah, I'm the one that's going to go down for this because I was at his house. I'm just going to start wearing gloves everywhere I go. Not put my fingerprints on nothing. And